welcome to Always Open episode 1!
We're public.
We made it to the YouTubes and to the public viewing for everybody. I'm your host for this episode, Barbara Dunkelman, and with me today I have...
Ashley. I wasn't sure if you were going to say it or if I was just going to
No, I let you guys introduce yourselves. You are grown women.
We're all like, someone else go.
Who is it? Who's on, Barbara? Who's on?
Today we have Ashley.
Hey.
Whoa.
Yeah, what?
I am Lindsay Jones. Hello.
Yeah, you are. Who are you?
She's whooped.
Mariel, the
woo
train
girl.
conductor.
Yeah, Mariel.
The whistles go woo woo.
Just here to woo. You guys all on.
I want to talk about something that was online the other week. There was a girl who is attending UCLA who sent an email to her future roommates.
Well, that's very nice, very polite.
And I think the best way to tell everybody on the internet about this email is to do a dramatic reading with all of you.
Of a
All right.
real
All
breakup
right.
letter.
So I'm
from
going
a
to
real
channel
person.
my best college girl.
College.
Right now.
All right.
it.
Freshman, you're 18.
Be my
UCLA, so this
Go.
is like Southern California.
Yeah,
And then I'm
SoCal.
going to pass this around so we could all share in
We'll
this
get a
room.
Or
paragraph.
SoCal,
All right.
as they call it.
SoCal, yes.
Okay, so I'm not sure why neither of you responded back to my emails, but I don't really care just as long as you both know this and understand that I'm not gonna settle for anything less than what I'm gonna tell you that I'm gonna get once I arrive in the dorm.
I'll take the top bunk
she
bed
went.
that has a bottom and top bunk. I do not want that single bunk where it has a desk underneath the top bunk, so don't even try to leave me that. I'm also taking one of the white closets. There should be 2 white closets, and I'm taking one of them. I don't care which one it is, just know I'm taking one of them.
I want the desk that's near the window, plain and simple. I don't care about who gets bottom bunk. Just know that what I stated above is what I'm expecting once I arrive in the dorm. It will not be in the mood or I will not be in the mood for any arguing or other nonsense because of what you two decided to do, which is deliberately disregard this email.
Yeah.
If needed, I'll be in turn to bring in a bigger, make it a bigger situation, so don't try me.
Sorry, but not sorry for the attitude. I don't like being ignored because that's just rude, but that's what you both decided to do, so I decided to make it clear now the kind of person I am, what I will, and what I won't take.
Oh my god.
Take some
scene.
advice.
So she sounds like an
off.
amazing roommate, first of all. Think about this. How easy is that bitch going to be to torture for the next 4
Oh my
years?
God.
easy
everything
though.
that they do,
Easy
yeah.
peasy.
I mean, she's setting herself up to not have any friends.
Oh yeah. My favorite part about this was that she sent like a follow-up email, and it was just like, I'm usually pretty chill, but I'm a ticking time bomb, so don't fuck with me.
Did she actually say I'm a ticking time
Something
bomb?
like that, yeah.
That is the ultimate follow-up text message after someone doesn't text you back for like 5 minutes, and then you're like, fine, fuck you anyway.
Yeah.
You like
That
double
is
text.
that is a
Yeah.
breakup email where like you've not been responding to my messages. Are we dating or are we not?
Yeah.
Let's decide this right now.
Do I get the white closet?
the white closet. Is
Yeah,
it
what are
mine?
the other closet colors? I want to know what's happening here.
I also like.
Is she racist? Is that a segregation of closet?
I also don't
exactly
know why
what
she
that
wanted
is.
the top bunk, bottom bunk for life. my
Right?
friends. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to climb to it. I mean,
To climb for sleep time.
Yeah.
I had the top.
although
Get out of here, Lindsay.
you can like
was
put
my
the
hiding
nice
place.
posters on the ceiling,
That's true.
Yes.
and then just lay back and be like, oh yeah.
Like Hanson.
But then, and then
Brad Pitt,
if
how
you
you
get
doing?
the bottom
Legends of the
bunk,
Fall.
you have to worry about people getting frisky in the top bunk.
and feeling
And
some of
feeling
this.
like the.
What is that? She's
And
probably
the
gonna send like.
friskiness on the top bunk too is risky because then you're already walking up the ladder. It's like, oh, what are you gonna do? It's like nothing. I'm just hanging out with so and so or at the top bunk. Fuck off. Did you guys talk to your roommates at all before college or no? Because I totally rolled up and just like met them there. Like, oh hey, roomie. Okay, cool. Now we're roommates.
I didn't go to college.
All right.
My first time having roommates was like 4 years ago. Yeah, a little over 4 years ago when I moved back to San Francisco and couldn't fucking afford an apartment.
Oh, yeah.
So I lived with 3 other IGN employees.
You went
you-
to UT.
I went to UT. Yeah.
Where'd you stay? Like, those few years?
SRD, baby.
Hey,
Number
nice.
1 white girl.
That's exciting.
dorm.
I was gonna say, how was that?
I was gonna say you're fit for that.
It was,
Scottish
yeah,
Rite.
Yeah, it was like the breeding ground for sorority girls.
Yes,
And
it
also
literally was
breeding?
training ground.
And
yeah.
also breeding.
A lot of people
or
who
no
talk
boys
like that.
allowed.
No boys allowed, only on the weekends.
No boys
They're
allowed.
very
no.
strict.
Well, Farrah
Which I
Fawcett
had
got
no
kicked
problem
out.
with living in a house
So wait,
full of women.
weekend it's like bang away,
I
all the
think
dudes
so.
over, orgy time, but week comes?
Yeah, you
like,
gotta
buckle
study.
down.
You gotta study.
Okay.
And there were certain hours
can
too.
respect that.
It was like, from like 6 p.m. to like 10 p.m. Like that's the only time.
Oh, they're
Really?
It was weird, something weird.
So
like
you
that.
couldn't have them sleep over, I assume.
No, sleep.
But I'm sure a lot of people did.
Even,
Oh yeah,
Like,
there's
what are they
plenty
do?
of people
Gonna
who were
come
sneaking in.
check your room?
Yes.
Well, we had like
Oh,
a
really?
security. Yeah, they would
my
check your
God.
room if they were suspicious of
the
anything.
RAs were
Yeah.
like way more intense RAs. Not like, hey, I'm here to tell you, have
Yeah,
fun,
yeah.
guys. I'm your dad
Yeah.
in college. It was like, what are you doing in
Where
here?
are the dicks?
Yeah.
Where are the dicks?
Basically. And they walked into my room and they're like, "There's no chance. There's no sign of dicks here."
Man, the radar's flat.
I don't think she's even seen one.
You have a picture of Cher. I don't think we have to worry about this room.
All we found were Joan Jett records. Let's move on. And I totally lived like a hobo. I still do, but I lived even more like a hobo in college. So I would come over to Scottish Rite, the fancy pantsy dormitory, and I'd be like a hoodie, my beanie, nasty ass jeans that haven't been washed in like a week, and they had a little like food buffet there, and you could get some
Oh, the
snacks
best
every now
food.
and then.
Nice.
Other people who weren't living in the dorm weren't allowed to have it, so I would be like scraping it into my hoodie and shit
They'd be
like
like,
that.
Lindsay, did you get your boobs done?
Yeah,
and
I
you're
look great.
like, yes, crunch, crunch.
Well, they had two of the workers there at one point like started chasing me. Like I noticed them noticing me taking food.
physically chasing
yeah,
you?
like you get out of here, and I started like fast walking away, and I ran up the stairwell, and I was like, I'm free. Yeah,
It is, yep.
it is. And from below, someone goes, I saw you, and I'll find you. And I was like, oh my god, they're gonna find me just for taking food. I know. I just
Yeah,
wanted
they're
some lima
strict.
beans.
I mean,
They
it's
did have
consider-
delicious food though.
I want to know your worst living situation you've been in.
I mean, I guess I can start where my parents turned my electricity off
Oh my god.
What?
in the middle of winter in my bedroom.
Fuck. Is this like a life lesson? Like you gotta learn, Ashley.
No,
On your
this
own.
was so I graduated high school like a semester early, and my stepdad decided that meant that I needed to start paying a couple $100s a month in rent. I don't know. I guess he needed to spend more money on porn, and so
Don't we all?
like middle of winter turned off the electricity to my room to make a point about how much money they were spending upkeeping me, and I like went up to the attic and I flipped the breaker back on and went back to my room. It was cold as shit though, so I ended up like moving in with a boyfriend.
Oh my
Is-
god.
But it was awful at the time.
We weren't allowed to lock
Nice.
doors in my house. Dad got mad
really?
about that. Yeah.
Dude, having a lock on my door at my house at my parents' place was like the best decision of
Oh
my
yeah.
life.
Oh yeah. I mean, growing up with brothers, it was like
Oh yeah,
get the fuck
people
away
would always
from
try to come in my room.
Yep.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
I'm naked. I was never naked.
If the door was locked, I mean, usually, yeah, I'd be like, okay, I'm changing, okay. But if it was like there was no reason to have the door locked at all, I'm just chilling, my dad was like, no, you unlock that door. Or I would get the handle jiggle, notice it's locked, and then for like a minute. I'm like, okay, I'm
Clearly
opening
it's
it.
locked.
Right.
What are you trying to do?
God damn.
See, I would just lock the door when I went to sleep so that my parents would be like, school. I'm like, knock, 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 and I'm just like,
not today, mom and dad.
I had this sports morning, so instead of like school, wake up, my dad would just come in, throw my softball cleats on me, and go, get up. And I was like, okay, it's time to go.
oh, like purple nurple.
I talked about this on
Yeah.
Off Topic. Never an unintentional nipple twist, but a dude that I knew did it to me. I was like-
Intentionally?
yeah. Oh yeah. Like we were no,
you
not even
dating?
like no, not
Did you
no
kill
romantic
him?
tension. Yes.
Did anyone find the body?
He's gone. No one will ever find him again. I don't even remember his name. But it was just like
That's because he doesn't exist.
I know. We were just hanging out, having fun. It was totally like, yeah, bro, like we're broing out together. And I was talking to someone. He came up behind me and goes, "Huh," like as hard as he could. And I just turned around and I kicked him as hard as I could in the crotch.
Good
and that
for
was
you.
it.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Fuck, if someone did that to me, I'd be like, I'm gonna end your life.
But the awkward thing, or it wasn't even the worst. Like it wasn't terrible. It was just so awkward because it was, he and I shared a room, and then it was a 2-bedroom apartment that like 6 people lived in.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. So like my brother and I shared a room. There was another guy in another bedroom, and then there was a guy who had the office, and then there was a guy who had the dining room, who like literally put up like a partition. And so like you'd be in the kitchen, like, you know, making breakfast, and then you just like hear this guy snoring like a foot away.
Yes.
And it's just like, God damn, like this is so awkward.
I
Like
thought you were gonna go somewhere else with that. Like you'd hear like,
just like,
He loves the smell of bacon.
Yeah.
I can't blame a guy.
is that from the other room?
It's all
yeah.
greased.
Yeah.
See,
Personally.
you think that like those fall into stereotypes of like men are very dirty, women are very clean. False.
Yeah.
Not
no.
at all.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
You should see my bedroom. There's a line down the middle of like Bernie's got all his stuff done and his laundry's done. And then there's my side
Yeah.
of the room,
yeah.
which is looks like a goddamn closet
Thanks,
exploded
Yeah.
everywhere.
No, girls are
Yes.
messy.
Absolutely.
Girls
That's
are
what-
very messy.
I earlier today. Hey, what's up?
what's up?
I
I'll have one of those
earlier today.
afterwards.
Okay, yeah.
We have something for you too.
Aw, thank you.
Our dirty shot glasses.
Oh, really good.
Thank you, sir.
Earlier today, I compared my makeup pile
Class review.
to a dragon hoard of gold, but for girls.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
I love my
Thank
makeup
you.
piles.
Yeah.
Have you ever literally pissed your pants? It's happened to me a few times where I had to pee so bad, and I'm like, shit, I can't get to a bathroom quite yet. I'm just gonna hold it. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go, and I get up and start going to the bathroom, and then as I'm walking, I pee myself.
That's what
Or
triggers
like,
it.
like your
Yeah.
body, your body knows it's like the finish line is right there, and then it goes close enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh.
The second you have the toilet in sight too, your body just has that trigger memory of this is where I piss. I'm pissing now.
Yeah.
trying to get from the point of actually seeing the toilet to getting your pants down over the toilet is the most harrowing
yeah.
Do you do the
experience.
dance? You're like,
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I'd assume too, maybe I'm wrong, someone with a dick can clarify, but I would think with the dick it'd be a little easier because you'd reach that threshold of I'm in the bathroom, I'm not near the toilet. You could point it and try and make the trajectory go into the
we
toilet
can't do
still.
that.
Yeah, and
See,
then
I always
work up
wonder,
to it.
I always wonder
really
if
have
guys
to
have an
for that.
advantage, like it just comes out of the one little hole, right?
Right.
When you just go plug, can you just
oh,
hold
could
it?
you just
Just plug the urethra?
I just picture
plug the
guys
hole.
plugging the hole and then running for the bathroom.
just holding it like a hose that's gonna explode.
hurting out? Oh god.
Just get the good spray, the fan spray. Make sure you cover all the
turn the
foliage.
nozzle. What do I want today?
Let me just tighten it.
Yeah, I always wonder if that works because as a girl, there's not a lot you can do.
can't do
You can't do
You're
shit.
yeah. Nope.
When I cup my hands.
I remember the only time I actually fully pissed myself, because usually it's just a little bit comes out,
Yeah,
and
and
you're
then you
well,
can make
fuck,
it.
I have to run to the bathroom right now. I was actually asleep, and I was having a dream, and I rarely ever remember my dreams, but I remember this one vividly, because I remember I was in this cemetery kind of place, but instead of headstones, they were all toilets.
Oh, nice. There you go.
And obviously, I just probably really had to go to the bathroom, but I
Yeah.
was asleep, and so I started dreaming about toilets. And then I had a dream that I was in this field of toilets, and I sat down on one and started peeing. And I was like, this is weird. And then I woke up, and I was just covered in my own piss.
You went to the Elysium of bathrooms
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
your dreams.
And I think I was like 16 when I
yeah?
did that.
Oh,
yeah.
And then there was a time that I had to pee outside because my boyfriend took my keys.
Who are these people you're living
Who are these
with?
people in your life?
Oh no, I
Why are you
wasn't
living
living
with
with
me?
him. I was just
Stop
dating
it.
him.
And he took your keys?
He was a terrible boyfriend, really nice person, terrible boyfriend. Cheated on me a couple of times. But we went to the races, which in Australia is a lovely thing. You get all super dressed up and ladylike. I had these,
is it
super
like the
crazy
derby?
fancy
Yeah.
hats.
Off to the
hell
races.
yeah, so awesome. Wait till I show you pictures of it. But he decided that he had to go and help his brother in a fight, so he took off, and he was like, "I'll be right back." But he had my keys. And so I got he never came back.
Oh,
by the
I
way.
envisioned him being yoink, and then running away from
No.
you.
So then he left. He never came back. I got home that night and I was like, I can't get in my fucking apartment. I'm mostly drunk and I really have to pee. And so I've
got this
That was
hat.
I was in this beautiful dress and this super fucking cool hat, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I was in a misery because I was peeing in my carport.
Oh my god. Wait, the garage? Yeah. You peed in your garage? Did you not have grass outside or anything?
The carport was the only semi-private place I could find.
That's true. I guess if you're out in public like that.
I ended up calling him and being like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" It turns out he'd gone to a bar with friends. So I went and got my keys back and I was like, "You're the worst person ever." And then
never
I
know what I
dated-
had to do.
Then I dated him for
Who
a
is
couple more
this?
months.
Where are you? I will find you and I will kill you.
And then I'll take my keys back.
Yes.
And I'll pee indoors like a human.
The biggest two incidents I could think of is one time, and it was in high school, and it was getting ready for Beauty and the Beast, the musical, which is awesome.
That's
I was
great.
talking to two of my friends, same thing, I laughed too hard. I started peeing myself right then and there. Yeah, and I was like, I can't.
As
I
you're
can't.
talking to your two friends?
Yeah, I was like, I can't leave. I'm in the middle of a conversation. There's nothing
So we're
around
just,
me at all.
talking and trying to act
I was like,
natural?
oh man, it's totally cool. And then I'm pretty sure they noticed. They had to have noticed.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh, okay, we're gonna go get ready backstage. And I was like, okay, thanks guys. And then I immediately just dropped to the floor and started wiping it up as quickly as I could. I was like, just wipe it up. Just get it out of here. Get it out of here.
What were you rubbing yourself on?
Just my hoodie,
like
clothes,
everything?
yeah.
Like
I was like, it
everything?
doesn't matter. They're disgusting. Just get it out of here. Hide the evidence.
My goal is to make you laugh so hard you actually pee yourself.
Yeah, I would
God.
love to see
I
that.
know
That's why I
that-
picked yellow. We have a friend named Andy who also works here, who really had to go to the bathroom. We were all swimming at our apartment complex, and he really had to go to the bathroom, and he tried using the little clicker to get into the bathroom since it's an apartment complex. You need one of those to get in. And he said that it didn't work, and he was too embarrassed to go ask someone to help him, so he just stood by the gate and just peed.
We came back so fast. We're like, what'd you do?
Why did he
Yeah.
pee in the pool?
I was like, why didn't you do something. You just peed on the ground
80%
right outside the gate.
Find the nearest foliage.
Yeah.
I mean, dudes are
something.
fortunate that way.
I have a really bad story about that. I probably got some type of disease when I did this.
Oh, what?
This was my senior year of high school, and we were doing, it was like a scavenger hunt with the entire graduating class, where obviously, like, people were drinking. I was a designated driver, so I was not drinking. But we were, like, racing every other group to find these certain things and get pictures of these things. And we were going from, like, in the park from one place to another, and I was like, guys, I really fucking have to pee. And they're like, we don't have time, like, we have, like, 20 minutes left, and we still have to get these 2 pictures. And I was like, fuck, there's a garbage can over there, like, give me 2 seconds. And I pull down my pants, and it's one of those fucking, like, giant industrial garbage cans, and I hop on top of it, and I'm, like, holding myself up around the rim, and I'm just like,
Baller.
pee, okay. And I, like, hop off, and I'm like, shake off a little bit, shake off the excess, and pull up my pants. I'm like, okay,
Let's go.